Welcome back to Arizona Home Tours. Today we're going to be looking at two beautiful homes in Queen Creek, Arizona from David Weekley. Now this is the brand new community of Legado West. Great location, close to everything that you could possibly need. The first model we're looking at is called the Highpoint. Sorry about the camera jolt there, it got a little out of whack. This model is decorated beautifully, and what I love about this is there are several homes ready to go right now. Now, this home starts at a base price of $1.3 million. They do have some incentives, and those are going to vary. So, if you want more info on those incentives, just reach out to me and I'll shoot all that over to you. What I love about this home is the fact it is a single story home and a really great layout and tons of space. You can get this home configured 4,015 square feet up to 4,026 square feet, depending on some of the options and layouts you're choosing. That room straight ahead, absolutely love it. And I love homes that have that feature. Now, this home comes up to 4 bedrooms, 4 full baths, plus a half bath, 2-car garage, and an amazing RV garage, which we will be taking a look at here momentarily. Also, the lot size of these are great, around 15, 18,000 square feet, depending. And again, if you want more info on the lots, the layouts, just shoot me an email and I'll send all that over to you. Check out that beautiful backyard. Again, this is the model, so it's going to be done up, right? It's going to be dressed up. The home you get is not going to have that great backyard, but it gives you an idea of what your backyard could look like. And again, I mentioned the RV garage. It's finally a home, a brand new home that has garage space that's actually usable. Where the RV garage is nice, but I could actually put my truck in there. So here's your first guest bedroom. And it's nice that this room wasn't just a tiny afterthought. And it's one thing I noticed about this home, and honestly, it's why I love David Weekley homes, is they do such a great job with the layout of their home and just the overall space. Again, this is over 4,000 square feet on a single story home. So you have to fall in love with just having that room if you need 4,000 square feet. And like I said, we're going to be looking at two. Now, there's two different collections. So the collection we're looking at now is the Tierra. That's going to be your more expensive, larger homes. And the other one is Suelo, if I pronounce that correctly. And those would be a touch smaller and a little bit less expensive. But honestly, the base price on all these are just around $1 million or more. So depending on what your definition of inexpensive is. But if you're looking for a larger home and have a little bit higher budget, the Tierra is what you're looking at. And there are 4 different options in the Tierra. And right now we're at the Highpoint. And it's not the most expensive, but it's right there. They're all start around 1.269 is the cheapest, and 1.33 is the most expensive, and that is the White Wing. They do not have that modeled, but if you want to see the full-on info on all the availability, just reach out to me. I'll shoot that over to you. And as I panned up to that ceiling, I just kind of love the design features of this home. Just this right here, for example, having that little office space, whatever you want to use it for, just works really well. Huge island in the kitchen. Love the cabinetry. Backsplash, honestly, not my personal favorite, how it works here in this kitchen. But again, to each their own. And as we come around the corner here to the left, also like that area. And we'll touch over there here in a second. Just want to give you an idea of just the massive space and ceiling height. So plenty of storage space, workspace here. And I tried to slow my camera down as I was shooting, and I apologize because it's still a little fast. I know I've had some complaints on that from some of you, which I get it. Nothing worse than watching a video and you feel like you need to take some, anti-nausea medicine because you're going to throw up. But this right here, just additional space. It's nice that way, whatever you want to use, you don't have to clutter up your kitchen with, appliances and cookware. Have it roll back here so that if you don't need it every single day. Love the wine fridge too. Nice little touch. So this community, though, it really does have a lot of features. Now, there is another builder that I featured, Pulte Homes, and I was going to go back out there because they have some new incentives. But today we're just talking about David Weekley. And what I love about this is the location, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is off of Power to Ocotillo, and it's right there. So it's a Queen Creek address, but honestly, it's right there on the border of Queen Creek and Gilbert. So if you are thinking Gilbert and you're not familiar with the area, it is right there, everything you need. Now, I'm in the sales office, and that is going to be the 2-car garage. And this leads right into the RV garage. Love this space. Actually, I really like what they've done with the wall here. It kind of makes it cool. It lets you envision of what you could use this for. I've seen other people and clients who've had an RV garage, and they turn into their part garage, but part, kind of living, fun, party space. So what do you think? Would you utilize an RV garage? I know for me, honestly, I just turn it into a gym, but my kids would probably say otherwise. I want to turn it into a play area. Just a really nice feature. As I mentioned earlier, the garages in Arizona, sometimes they're a little shallow where you can't even fit a full car in there. Now, right now, it may be hard for you to envision how it's set up for as an office, but they will be turning that into a garage. Now, as we make our way back into the rest of the home, again, coming through the other side of the kitchen, give me another look there. I want to zoom past that guy who was sitting while his son was buying a house. He didn't look very happy. He was definitely bored. He didn't want to help me either. I asked if he wanted to be hold my camera, come follow me around, if you want to lead the tour, but it was a big no. So next time, maybe. And want to make sure I got a shot. Again, just things like that, things like the tile work. And it goes above and beyond of some builds I've shown on this. And I love David Weekley for their layouts, and they do a lot of single-story homes that they do a really good job at. I mean, just things like the ceiling height, the vaulted ceilings, just a great bonus. Now here we're heading into the primary bedroom. You have a half bath right here. There I am. I try not to be in videos. Sorry. But it'd be great to have this little office space set up right outside the bedroom, get some work done, and then retreat back in this bedroom. And I love what they've done just with the ceilings, right? It's just kind of a nice bonus, gives it a little bit more depth to the room. Also, you have plenty of window space looking on that beautiful backyard. It was a great Arizona day, like every day in Arizona. Even when it's 120, it's still beautiful here. Now, this room, while it is large, it's not overly large. And I've seen some builds where the master bedroom primary is so big, it's almost wasted space. I'd rather have that space myself for other parts of the home that would actually be usable. And we're going to head into the bathroom here. And again, really done well. So they do a great job of just how they work. And I love that they have some quick move-ins. Sometimes David Weekley does not do a lot of quick move-ins, but I'm looking right now, there are 6 in this collection of quick move-ins. So if you like this floor plan and you're ready to move now, you don't want to buy a new one, they have 2 that are ready to go. And one is a little over 1.6, another one is a little over 1.7. So if you want the details on those 2 homes, let me know. And they have 4 others that are going to be available too. So if you want all the details, let me know. I'll scan the sheet over to you, get you the details also with some of those incentives, as they're available. Check out this walk-in closet. Tons of space here. A little island for whatever it is you store there. Usually I see women with jewelry or who knows what. I don't have that at my house. I'd probably run into it. But then you have that side closet, which is the size of most people's primary closet. So far, what do you think of this home? And is this a price point you're interested in this channel? Or is it just, just something to watch? So I know for some of my clients who've moved down here, they find these videos at this price point, but they're looking maybe in the 5.6s. But I've had some people who've looked in the 5.6s from videos and end up buying in the 2.3s. So what is it you would like me to cover more on this channel? And the things like incentives from builders, does that intrigue you? Is that one thing you're looking at? With the rates being around 7%, give or take, a lot of my clients are opting for the new builds because of that, because of the incentives builders are giving. I think I got an email just recently from D.R. Horton. Now, D.R. Horton is a different level than David Weekley, but they were offering 3.99%. So if you are looking to save and have a low payment and the high interest rates are kind of deterring you from purchasing right now, those incentives from the builder are a lot of people's entry into buying a home here. And I completely understand. And for some people, it's just a great option. Now, for some resale home sellers, they're having to compete with that. So, homes are not, they're still selling, but it's not like it was in 2021, 2022, where I'd write an offer $50,000, $100,000 over, and sometimes we wouldn't even get a call back from the agent because there'd be 20 other offers. So thankfully, we're not in those times anymore. But what do you think of this backyard? Is that enough space? What would you do differently? And would you have a pool at your home in Arizona? Or are you team no pool, don't want the upkeep, don't think you'd use it? Let me know. And let's head over to the next one, though. I think you're absolutely going to love that property. This is the Stargazer. Now, this one is a little bit less than the other. It is 1.169 starting at 4 bedroom, 4.5 baths, 4-car garage, and just a touch smaller at 3,714 square feet. And this is also a single story home, as you see. Love the entry space here. Just a really unique home. And wait till we get to the backyard. Something I don't see hardly ever. Definitely don't see it in model homes, but super cool. Now that leads to a bedroom, and we will be seeing that here momentarily. So just stay with me. A little bit different than the last home, as you see, but tons of space here. And I just kind of love the layout as I show you left to right, kind of what to expect before we pop on in here. But nice and open. So you have kitchen, dining, living space. Now I know for some, having that kitchen, then dining, then living is not ideal, and I completely understand that. I can be the same way. I like having maybe a separate dining area or a big island where everyone can kind of sit and eat there. That's usually what I think most people do, but that's kind of how they have this one set up. Now this has a huge, kind of a pantry, cabinet, storage area, but I love this space here. I love the lighting. I love that the cabinets go all the way to the ceiling. No more dust collectors. Can't stand that. Or people will put some plants up there that they will never look at. So I love that the cabinets go all the way to the ceiling. Really cool textured stone backsplash. Great cabinet. Again, the lighting just absolutely makes this home. And I like the contrast with the dark cabinets, also with the lighter cabinets here at the center island. And as we saw similarly to the last home, those nice vaulted ceilings, beautiful stainless sink. I want to make sure for some reason we got a shot of that. And of course, got to check out the soft close drawers. These are diamond cabinets. Love that. And it really is just an open and bright home. And one thing they did not skip on this model is access to get outside. Plenty of single doors, sliders, really great, especially on days like this, where it is gorgeous outside. Open those doors out to your pool and just enjoy calling Arizona home. I know for me, coming from Illinois, I love these days where I can just have the doors open, the windows open, at least for now until it gets to 120. And then those doors and windows will be shut for a few months. But we're not there yet. And that is the door right there as we go walking up to the home. This was the room to the right. So kind of, your own private living area. So if you have, maybe an older family member or someone else living with you and they want their own space, this is great for them. Now, it would be nice if they had also, a little kitchenette set up, but this is still nice enough, right? Now, like the other home and the other collection, there are several quick move-ins available, 6 right now. And again, this is the Stargazer, and there are 3 available. Now, I told you the base price is at 1.169, and the final price of the 3 they have available ranges from 1.495, 1.447, and 1.498, and some change. Again, there's 3 of those. There's also 3 other floor plans that are available. And out of this collection, there are 5 different floor plans to choose from. So if you have options, right? Depending on what your budget is, what you need in a home, then they really do have it here, which is great, especially the lot size. One of the things I absolutely love, something I can't stand, is being right on top of my neighbors, or my neighbors right on top of me, everyone in your business. So here you have enough room, stretch out, and backyard. Especially I have a beautiful German Shepherd. He needs room to run. Some of these homes I go through, I'm like, well, where'd my dog go? Where'd my kids play? You don't have that here. Now, right there, they're getting ready to put the tub in where they're finishing up the construction. Again, this is a brand new community. This home was just finished and they're still finishing it. And the glass for this right here, the separator, this partition is in the closet. You see that momentarily, but plenty of shower space here. And we're going to walk into the closet here to the right, and you'll see that glass propped up. So you have 2 walk-in closets, actually. Plenty of room here. Not the same type of walk-in closet we saw at the prior model, but still plenty of space here to do what you need to do. So we're going to head into the other closet. Pretty basic, pretty simple, but it gets the job done. Now, for those of you who are watching from someone else, let me know, where are you watching from? What city, state, country? It's always kind of cool to see who are my overseas viewers. And I appreciate you for sticking around this long in the video. I know sometimes these can get longer. I've been doing more homes per video. And let me know, do you like that? Or do you want me to go back to doing just one home per video? So I'm up to give you what you want. Obviously, if no one watches my videos, then YouTube quits recommending it and you quit calling me to help you buy and sell. And then I have to go get a real job. And I don't want to get a real job. I don't want to go back to being the police. I'm done with that. Too old now. Too old. That's for sure. At 43. Anyhow, I like this little office setup. And just a really nice layout. And there's plenty of space here, so it should be. But it's kind of like just how they've separated this home. So we have 2 bedrooms back here. We're going to head straight into this one. And when I walked into this one, I was pleasantly surprised with just the sheer amount of space for this bedroom. Love the built-ins right there straight ahead. Little bench and plenty of lighting going through here. Decent closet space, but I love that they have their own private bathroom. My daughters would definitely be fighting over this room. And if any of you, especially dads out there with girls, you get it. They were best friends, and then they will fight 3 minutes later. Keeps it fun. And also, I love that they didn't use the plastic shower surrounds, and they shouldn't. Over $1 million home, I never want to see those, and sometimes I still do. And if you want me to go through these quick move-ins that are completed, that don't have, all the fixings, not done up, not decorated, just, hey, this is what you're going to get. This is the actual home for sale. Let me know. I'll go back out there and do videos of those too. But I know the model homes really, that's what most people want to see. Gives the idea of, all right, here's where we're at. Here's what we want. And also, like, any questions you have, whether it's this community, this builder, reach out. That's what I love to do. I love to kind of help share my knowledge, experience, things I've learned, with working with my other clients, good, bad, the ugly, and I'll share that with you as well. Especially for my friends and clients who are relocating here, it's a lot to take on. It's a lot to do. Someone who moved, again, from central Illinois to 1,600 miles to Arizona, there are some things that I didn't think of at the time. And pretty much all of my clients are relocation. And most of them come from this channel, Instagram, and TikTok. It definitely beats door knocking and cold calling for business. This is a lot more fun making videos of homes. And I get to see a lot of homes. I get to talk to a lot of builders. They work with me. They email me a lot of different incentives and different insights, things they have coming up. So it helps everyone. Everyone wins. And, I get to see a lot of cool homes along the way. And we're going to head right to the laundry. So right there, that is a construction office straight ahead. Door's locked. That will be your garage though. And here is your laundry room. Kind of like the flooring they've used in here. Usually we're seeing that, the hexagon black tile. I love the white tile in here. Easier to keep clean. Looks nice. So how do you feel about this home compared to the next? But don't hang out. Don't leave just yet, because I'm really excited about that backyard. First thing when I saw it, I was like, it wasn't something I expected to find at a model home, let alone in Arizona. Those doors open nice and smooth, which I love. Nothing worse than a sticking sliding door, especially at a brand new home. Speaking of the sticking doors, make sure you get a home inspection. I don't care if it's a resale, brand new, you need it. It is your lifeline. It is worth its weight in gold. You must get a home inspection. Absolutely. I don't care. No questions asked. Get a home inspection. Now, this is also something I haven't seen. This is what I'm talking about, though. A super long pool. Just really cool to kind of stretch the length of the backyard almost. Just a kind of a unique feature. I like how they've done that instead of taking up your entire backyard. It'll be interesting when this model does go for sale, which is going to be a few years, what that final price will be. Now, a lot of times I've seen the model be twice the price of the base, but again, that varies home to home, builder to builder, what they have in the home, from the decor, the furniture. Usually it's that backyard landscaping that makes the most of it. So this is what I'm talking about. You can't see right there, but there's one. So a nice little pond separating the backyard, the spa, the pool. It's a really cool feature. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because in my last house, I lived on a lake, which was great. Grew up with aquariums. I love that aspect about this home. So let me know, would you buy it? But make sure you watch that next video. If you have questions, reach out to Rich Brecklin, your broker. Visit Arizona Home Tours. I'll see you on the next tour.